All right. Hello and welcome everybody to another Tonebase live stream. And if your first live stream at Tonebase is this one, welcome to you. I know we have some NFA members here that are joining maybe for the first time. And thank you so much for coming. First of all, welcome. There's a chat feature here on Tone-Based live streams, and if you are here and have the ability to use the chat function, I'd love to hear where you're from, and if you're an NFA member or a Tone-Based member or both. I'm personally coming at you from Los Angeles, California, and I want to introduce Noah Cline. Noah, welcome.
Hi, Chelsea. It's great to be here.
Yeah, and I'm so glad we can collaborate together. Just because I know, Tonebase has the mission of making incredible education available on a broader scale, more accessible to everybody. And I know NFA's mission is definitely aligned with that. And if you want to talk a little bit about your role with the NFA, you as a flutist, and sort of what you're bringing to this live stream today.
I'd be happy to. I'd be happy to. So, I work as the communications manager for the National Flute Association. It's an administrative role, but I am a trained flutist, like all of you. And I'd like to speak for a second just about who we are and what we do as an organization. We were founded in 1972 as a common ground for flutists to meet each other and find inspiration. Since then, we've grown to thousands of members from all 50 states and over 40 countries. We're an organization for anyone who has an interest in the flute, whether you play, you study, or you like listening to it. We are here for you. When you join the NFA, that this community, this global flute community, becomes your community. So we are best known for an annual convention that we put on every August, and it brings together thousands of flutists for 4 days of recitals, of masterclasses, of workshops. This year, we are so excited to be in San Antonio from August 1st through 4th. I hope to see you there. But even if you can't come to the convention, we offer many year-round benefits, including a subscription to the Flutist Quarterly, our online publication, discounts on instrument insurance, and access to educational platforms like Tonebase. So if you want to learn more, Chelsea's going to add some links in the chat so you can find out more about the NFA and keep up with everything we do. As for Tonebase, we're always looking for ways to expand our offerings to our members. And we found, just like you said, Chelsea, there was a lot of alignment between what you do and what our members really are looking for. So your platform makes information more accessible, and the content you're producing features many well-known NFA members. So it just felt like a natural fit. We're happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I've been I think the first convention I went to at NFA was in 2011 in Charlotte. And I thought it was like the most magical place ever. You can try so many different instruments. There's like every flute, much like Tonebase has all of our flute idols on it. They all go to the convention too. I know, some of the concerto gala performers. A lot of them are tone-based artists. We have Ransom Wilson, who has tone-based courses. We have Jennifer Grimm, Amel Gokenauer, and Lorna McGee, also, who has produced some courses. Spoilers for all tone-based users. has She has produced some courses, and a couple are about to come out very soon on the platform. So you'll want to look out for that. Just really amazing artists. I know Marianne Gadigian, who does our Fundamentals of Flute Playing course on the platform, which is very popular. And she's going to be doing a masterclass, as well as Mark Sparks, who also has just some incredible tone, color, and resonance courses on the platform as well. Just like really, really transformative in terms of, how I think about sound and fundamentals and all of these things. Yeah, so I think that, the convention's amazing. I'll be there too. Hopefully we'll have a tone base and meetup at NFA for any tone-based members who want to maybe meet some tone-based artists and meet each other at the convention. I think that's the thing I love about NFA is there's so much online community, but when I get to meet people in person that I've either interacted with or met online, it's just so much fun. It's so incredible. I know there was so much online activity in the past few years during the pandemic, and getting to see everyone at NFA last year for me was just such a joy because it's like all these people. I'm like, oh, I thought you were shorter or taller in person than you were. I love when that happens. But yeah, Noah, have you gone? What are you excited about the convention coming up? I know our registration just opened for it, right?
That's right. That's right. So registration just opened this week, so it's really on the brain right now. Oh, I'm excited about everything you talked about. There's something really special about seeing all of these people who, as a flute student, I grew up listening to, and I grew up studying and reading their articles and looking up to. And there's something really amazing about seeing all of those people in one place and being able to learn from them. Likewise, there's something really amazing about being surrounded by thousands of people like you who have your interest. For me, growing up in rural North Carolina, I didn't have that. I didn't have this community of flutists as a student. And then to go to my first convention and see all of these people who love what I do, there's nothing else like it, and there's nowhere else you can experience anything on that scale than at an NFA convention. So I'm always excited to surround myself with that.
Absolutely. And I'm also going to put in the chat here a early bird promo code. Noah, how long does this promo code last?
Yeah, so we're running a discount right now. With this promo code, it lasts through Monday the 6th at 11:59 p.m. So a few
Amazing.
days left to get a discount on your convention registration.
Awesome. Yeah, and yeah, I think like you said, and oh, speaking of community, we have a couple people. Rich is from the Philadelphia area, tone base member. Thanks so much for being here. Cheryl is from Temple, Texas, and anyone else watching who wants to put where they're located in the chat. It's always fun to see where people are from because we have users from around the world and around the country, and it's super, super, super fun to see where everyone's located. So, yeah. And we have so many different opportunities. I know at the convention, like trying instruments, being able to, just learn more from the teachers that we hold so dear, and to get to meet new people and to get to once again just like experience the flute community. I think it one of the best events that's held around the world for flutists. So I think it's the biggest. Is it not the biggest like instrumental event? I think I heard that somewhere.
It is among them.
Among them. Yeah, definitely. So such great flute playing and teaching that goes on there. You get to hear the competitions are always so fun, and all of that good stuff. I'm luckily aged out of that now, so I'm all done. I've hung up my hat in terms of competitions, but yeah. So I wanted to take everyone who's here just through the Tonebase website, and if you're watching later, but if you have any sort of maybe fundamental topics you're working on, or maybe things that you're curious about learning, if you want to put them in the chat, I want to walk you through Tonebase in a way that is really relevant to you. So maybe you're working on articulation or phrasing, or maybe you're working on, I don't know, the 4A fantasy or something like that. We can walk you through a little bit of what Tonebase has to offer here. So, as you can see on the screen, this is the homepage. So, Tonebase has a new feature called Your Practice Plan. And when you sign up for Tonebase, you get to take a bit of a self evaluation. It takes just a few minutes to fill out different aspects of playing. You get to take a quiz about, okay, I'm having a little more trouble in articulation. I'm not totally comfortable with my double tonguing, or maybe I am. It just sort of is a self-evaluation, so we can match you with videos that are really relevant to you and lessons specifically that are relevant to you, because we have over 150 lessons in the Tonebase catalog, and we're adding to them all the time. So this is basically a library of tutorial videos made by your favorite artists. So we're adding to them all the time. Let's say you test it into a specific level. I just have an example here. We have some recommended videos for every level. Here we have some fundamental courses really suggested here. We have what's new on Tonebase, which is from the wonderful Christina Jennings, who teaches at University of Colorado Boulder. She did a beautiful course on creating resonance through the piece Summerland by William Grant Still, such a gorgeous piece if you haven't checked it out. We have so many different things from Marina Piccinini, Leon Bicey, Alexa Still, just sort of incredible opportunities to learn from these great artists. And then we have live events like the one that you're watching now. We have one every single week. So you can learn things, like refining your tone with Leon Bicey, an introduction to improvisation with Nancy Stagnita. Steve Goss, who's actually a guitarist, did a live stream, The Power of Failure and Overcoming Failure. And we also have opportunities to cross stream among other platforms. So if other platforms on Tonebase, like guitar, piano, cello, violin, they have artists that come in every week as well. And if the topic is relevant, we tend to borrow their live streams too. So you get the benefit of that as well. I love our live streams, and a couple of upcoming live streams, if we click into live events that we have going on. Of course, the one today is streaming now. That's a little meta. But we have next week, we have Marianne Gadigian. I love our live streams, and we have Lee Pearson on the platform too next week. So I think it's just wonderful, all the opportunities we get to bring in, all the people that have taught on the platform to teach a few different things. I'm just waiting for this to load here. My computer's a little overwhelmed. Okay, yeah, here we are. So we have community forums as well. This is one of my favorite parts of Tonebase, is being part of a community. So here we have weekly discussions. We have our discussions of the week. We have lesson discussions. Sharing your thoughts on any lessons, any questions that you have about lessons. You can log your practice and sort of share it as an accountability measure. We have general discussions if you just want to say, hey, what's the best piccolo to buy? Or I'm looking for this or that. And you can get trusted feedback from other community members that are as dedicated to flute as you are. There are challenges in the community. We've just finished up a challenge called the Kohler Romantic Etude Challenge. We had week to week kind of going into the different phases of practice, which was inspired by a course by Alberto Almarza, who it happens to be the NFA program chair for the convention this year. So if you're on Tonebase and you've seen any of his courses, he's on top of it. It's going to be so amazing. and his courses on rethinking technique and intelligent practice are some of the most beloved courses on tonebase, and I think they're so incredible, really new ideas, especially when it comes to technique, that he offers. And then we've just launched here a 2-week intensive. So this 2-week intensive on flexibility and resonance in the high register is going to be taught by me. So for the next 2 weeks, any of our users can sign up and they can post videos. We're going to and get feedback. We do a Zoom check-in where you can play and get feedback. And we're focusing on flexibility and resonance in the high register. For the next 2 weeks, I've created an assignment here, as you can see, and we have a little bit of a look into already. This is day one. We already have some things going on here. Very active discussion on fingerings. People have been posting videos already, so I think it's just a great way to connect further with the tone-based community, and to have a safe space to post your playing, get feedback, and support when you need it. So that's walking through a little bit more of the community aspect, but I would love to take everyone into a course and see what it's like to actually learn actively on the platform. I know some of you are tone-based experts, for all of you here who are tone-based members, but I think it's really, I think it's a very cool experience once you get in here. So let's go into Mark Sparks' timbre course, and once we have this set up here, I think it will start playing automatically.
Of flute playing.
So it's not a great screen grab there. But we have here the tone-based player, and within this space we can go to different chapters. So we can click on different chapters. We can explore both what he is saying and demonstrating here, but you also have the score underneath, which I think is such a great feature. You can resize it if you want to make the video bigger, which I think is really useful, when sometimes these get a little bit small. And you can skip to different chapters throughout to hear him play different examples. Maybe you only want to go back and watch a specific instance. You have the ability to do that. You can also take notes in here, which I don't know if many people utilize this, but it will timestamp your notes as well. So if you have a thought or an idea and want to come back to it, that'll be saved within your the portal here. And also with tone-based courses, you get a workbook to go along with it. Now, it's not a workbook that you're necessarily going to fill out, but it is a workbook sort of summarizing the course. And we have an amazing workbook team here that puts these together, and sort of summarizing what goes into each of these courses. And it's a great way to sort of refresh your memory. If you maybe don't have time to go back into the course or just want to take notes on something, you can download this, to your iPad or whatever, to your computer. And it can be just kind of a nice little resource to come back to as you continue learning either whatever piece you're working on or whatever fundamental you're working on. And here we can view the syllabus. We can see the chapters listed here, which is really nice. And you can see he discusses vibrato in the next lesson. and you get kind of a bird's eye view here, which is always a really nice thing. So we can also turn the scores off and just get the video. So there's so many options, but some of my favorite options, I also love the playback speed option. I mean, of course, I want to hear everyone play back everything, usually in time. But if I have something I want to hear more specifically, or if I want to play along with something, you can slow it down if you need to, or you can speed it up if you're a fast a fast listener. I know some people like to listen to audiobooks on high speed or something like that, and so it can be helpful sometimes to go through a little bit faster. And I want to reiterate, if anyone has questions, go ahead and put them in the chat or in the Q&A box, and we'll be answering those questions as we go along. So, all right. And then going back here, we have, so basically the main pillars of the platform is our premium content, which are all of our courses here in our course library. We have our community forums. We have live stream events happening every single week. And we have, your level, basically, based on the self-evaluation taken and recommended videos for you to check out. And you can kind of see what's recommended, and if your self-evaluation for whatever reason isn't aligned with what you're working on, it's not something that's set in stone. It's not something that's meant to be confining. It's just something meant to give you a starting point so you can quickly start learning. That's what we're after. So Noah, any questions or comments or anything? I know you're a tone-based user yourself. Anything you want to talk about the platform at all?
No questions. I appreciate how straightforward everything is, and I appreciate the variety of the content that you guys offer.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's we're coming out with new courses all the time. We actually just launched about 6 new courses in the past month on tonebase, all about fundamentals. We have a few more coming out this month, and then usually every other week or so moving forward after that. We had a big push in January to get new courses out to everybody. But after that, it's about every other week is when we have new courses coming out. And with our backlog as well, with all of the artists, I know everyone will be kept pretty busy. But so if anyone has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat or in the Q&A. But I'm excited. I'm so excited to be working with NFA because I've been a member for a long time. I know my former teacher, Catherine Boris Jones, was former president of the NFA, actually. So I was, from a very, early on in my college career, a member, and just always encouraged to participate in flute clubs. I've been the president of the Central Ohio Flute Association. Member of local flute clubs. And this is just like such a big extension, I think, of that. So I'm so excited that tonebase is part of NFA, and just to get the opportunity to connect with everyone on a deeper level. So
Sure, and we thank you for letting us share this benefit with our members. I wanted to take 1 second. If anyone is watching who is an NFA member who would like to take advantage of this offering, as a part of your NFA membership, you get a 30% discount on a new tone-based subscription. If you are already a member and would like to access that, you will log in to your NFA member portal from our website. And then on the main menu on the top, you'll see an option for membership benefits. And then if you click on that, you'll see a link to Tonebase Flute. And that will take you to a special Tonebase site just for NFA members where you can then take advantage of your discount.
Amazing. Yes. And I think it's just such a great opportunity. It sounds very exclusive, like it's special link, and it is a special landing page just for NFA members. So it'll automatically apply a discount when you sign up through that page that's linked in the NFA website. So, well, I don't see any questions here, but thank you so much, Noah, for joining me today. And thank you so much for all that you do at the NFA. I think it's such a wonderful resource for flutists. And, we all are, have this love of flute. And I always think about my former teacher, Jeannie Baxtresser, who said, you will never have more in common than like the other flutists you audition with. And it was an audition context, but I think it's the same in the flute world, right? Like we kind of have all the same experience here. So yeah. Oh, Cheryl said, how much is the membership for tonebase? I believe it's $35 a month. So if we're we're thinking about all the access to these teachers. I think if I had a lesson with all of these teachers, it would cost a lot more than $35 a month. But that's I think with the discount. No, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's the deal, and you get a 14-day free trial with the sign up. So you can try it out, you can look around, you can get all the information, and you get unlimited access to the platform for 14 days, so you can see if you like it or not, see how it integrates with your practicing and all of those things. So I think it's a great opportunity. You get a little bit of time with the platform before you make your final decision. Yeah, great. All right. And if there are no other questions, I wish everyone the best. Oh, I would like to take advantage of the discount, but have to wait until Monday. All right. Yes, that sounds great. That sounds good. All right. Well, thank you all so much for being here and joining us today. If you have any other questions, you can feel free to email Chelsea at tonebase.co. Or if you're a tonebase flutist and you have questions about the NFA, we have a discussion thread about this live stream. I'll try my best to relay any questions and answer any questions you have in the community thread about the live stream. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and thank you again, Noah, for being here.
Thank you so much, Chelsea, and thank you everyone for being here today.